Hello and welcome. Okay, so we're comparing the tones of three guitars: the Soloking MS1 Classic, the Charvel Pro Mod DK22 and the Jet JS400. But maybe it's more accurate to say that we're comparing the pickups. So we're looking at Seymour Duncan, Allen Entwistle and Jet. I've did reviews on all three of these guitars on the channel in the past. Links in the description if you want to check them out. And I had some very strong opinions about the pickups in one of these guitars, which was actually the catalyst for doing this video. See if you can tell which one it is. Here's the first clip. Okay, so what do you think so far? Let us know in the comments. Okay, so let's talk about the specific model of pickups and money, the price, value. I'm going to stick with GBP, Great British Pounds, because as I'm filming this on the 7th of April 2025, it's the only currency I understand at the moment. Tariffs is the big thing just now. I've not really been paying attention, to be honest.
I'm not interested.
The Charvel is the most expensive at £899, and the pickups you get with that is a Seymour Duncan Custom Hot Rails Strat SHR1B, which costs £120 if you were to buy that on its own. And we've got a pair of custom Seymour Duncan Flat Strat SSL6 single coils, which cost £99 each, and that's a total, including the hot rails, of £318. Absolute beast of a guitar, awesome pickups for the money. But those pickups alone are worth like two of these Jets.
No way, this is crazy.
The Soloking MS1 Classic is priced at £299, and that features the Allen Entwistle Darkstar humbucker in the bridge at £44 if you were to buy that on its own, and a pair of XS62N single coils in the neck and middle at £26 times 2. So a total for that set of pickups, if you were to buy them on their own, would be around about £96. And the Jet JS400 is the cheapest at £169, and they don't sell these pickups separate, so they're just like a standard non-branded ceramic set HSS. So I would guess the value is around about £30 or something like that for something similar. And yes, I've changed the pick guard on this. So that's the models and rough prices. Let's have another clip. So why these three guitars? Well, that's a very good question that pretty much no one is asking. But basically, I think they've all got a fair bit in common. They're all pretty much S-type guitars, Super Strat type guitars, HSS, 22 frets, 25.5-inch scale, 2-point trems, roasted maple necks, HSS pickup configurations. Did I already say that? 6 strings. But the main reason is that I've tried all three of them. I've got a bit of experience with all three of them, and I thought it might be interesting given the price differences. Is it interesting? So as you can probably tell so far, this is a completely legit scientific test, flawless, that would totally hold up in a scientific journal of guitar tone tests.
Yes, science!
Okay, of course not. There are other factors to consider here, so let's talk about them. The tone recipe. Well, first of all, there's tone wood, of course. No one could deny that tone wood is a legit thing.
It's real. It's real.
So the Charvel has an alder body, the Soloking also has an alder body, and the Jet has a basswood body. Make of that what you will. And then of course there's other considerations. There's pickup height, string gauge, string age, pot values, tone screws, etc. Like if it was made in late November, early December, then obviously it's a Sagittarius guitar. So these are the kind of things that you have to consider. What's your favourite snake oil? Come on.
Everything that guy just says is bullshit.
Okay, tone-wise, what we're thinking so far, eh? I mean, you could say what you think is best, worst, or, I mean, it's all subjective, isn't it? Maybe depends what kind of music you like, or what kind of tones you usually use, if it's clean or distorted, etc. And speaking of tones, my next door neighbour's just fired up the lawnmower, so that's annoying. Don't know if you can hear that. Sorry. Okay, let's talk about the magnets. So in the Charvel, the humbucker hot rails is ceramic. The two SSL6 single coils are Alnico 5. The Jet is all three ceramic pickups, and the Soloking Allen Entwistle pickups are neodymium. I think that might explain some stuff. Also, I should say, you might have noticed that I never did a comparison on the middle pickups. And the reason for that is that the Charvel here doesn't have access to the middle pickup isolated. When you're in the middle position, it's actually the outside coil and the neck pickup, which is hum cancelling. It's a very useful tone, probably more useful than the middle pickup, in my opinion. Super duper economical switching on this guitar. I'd highly recommend checking out the video that I did on that up here, because this guitar is an absolute beast. Anywho, let's get back to it. Okay, here's a wee side rant. So, the Soloking MS1 Classics. I was so excited about these guitars when I learned about them, and I was trying to figure out a way to get them over at the UK. This was before Anderton's was stocking them, and they're one of the few guitars I've seen with 9.5-inch radius fretboard, roasted maple, with stainless steel frets. Might even be the only one that I've ever seen, other than maybe an Ibanez AZ. But the Soloking prices, mental. In fact, I think Soloking is probably the only brand that's getting close to the top tier Harley Bentons in terms of specs that you can get for the price. Ultimately, they are brilliant guitars, but as you may have noticed, I don't have one here. I've still got the Charvel and I've still got the Jet, but the Soloking did not last, and that's because the weight. Now, I had 6 of them weighed, long story, and I had 2 of these Solokings, and they all weighed over 8 pounds. And for me, for an S-type, that's way too heavy. I mean, considering that I gig guitars, you know, I gig them, I use them, I've got a bad back, I'm old, give us a break. But on top of that, the pickups sounded like, well, pretty much like they did in the clips. I mean, they're not bad, it's just these ones are a bit...
I make fart noises with my mouth.
Okay, no, they are totally bad. They're probably the worst pickups I've ever heard in an S-type guitar, ever. But it's all subjective. Maybe they just need a higher pot value. That could be a fix. But I will admit, they did sound a bit better on the heavier, more distorted tones, but it's called the Soloking MS1 Classic, so branding's maybe a bit off there. Who is this for? Not me. But I don't think anyone should choose a guitar based on the stock pickups. I mean, personally, I'm always changing pickups in guitars, and I don't really care what the stock pickups are. So yeah, it's an easy fix. And I did hear a rumour recently on the channel in a comment that someone thinks that the Solokings are about to change to Wilkinson pickups, which is cool, but I don't necessarily think they need to change brand altogether. I don't think there's anything wrong with Allen Entwistle pickups. Just these particular ones are maybe not a good fit for that guitar. I've actually only ever heard good things about Allen Entwistle pickups, like his other models. He's apparently a bit of a legend, a pickup whisperer, you might say. So, have you ever tried any other models? Let me know in the comments which ones you've tried. Have you got any recommendations? Interestingly, when the Solokings were reviewed on the Anderton's channel, the guys absolutely loved the pickups. Isn't that funny, how we can all have different tastes? I should also mention that Andertons are the exclusive retailers for Soloking guitars in the UK, so if you want to get one in the UK, Andertons is the only show in town. Now don't get me wrong, I actually do love the Andertons channel. Pete and Lee, love the videos, great fun. I actually think they've nailed the balance of like banter, info and sales. They've got to do their sales. We all know that it's a business at the end of the day. They're doing their thing and I have no problem with it. Like I say, I quite like it. But my personal customer service experience with Andertons making transactions over the years has been like 50-50, positive, negative, which isn't great. And the Soloking experience in particular was an absolute joke. Absolute waste of time and money. Yes, money. I ended up with no Soloking guitar and out of pocket by about, was it 30 or 50 quid? I can't remember, but that's a story for another day. Or maybe never. Anywho, rant over. Okay, so what did you think? Did you have any thoughts or preference on these guitars or the pickups? What did you think? Was this a completely pointless exercise? Maybe. Let me know. Alternatively, what's your favourite go-to pickups of choice? Like brand, model specifically maybe? Or best bang for the buck? What you got? Come on, let's hear some recommendations. Okay, if you've enjoyed the video, please do consider hitting the old like button. That's a helpful thing to do. You can maybe even subscribe to the channel if you like that sort of thing. We do live streams here every Thursday at 7:30 PM UK. We do videos every Friday at 6 PM UK. And we've just launched a new Patreon, so you could check that out there if that's of interest for some more exclusive bonus content. Link in the description. Hopefully see you there. Okay, so that's it. Thanks for watching. Until next time, see you later.